Hi. Hi, my name is David Hinson. I am an architect and currently a faculty member at Auburn University in Auburn, Alabama. I left Philadelphia about 24 years ago to come join the faculty here at Auburn. And but the values and experiences of being a young architect in Philadelphia have shaped me profoundly as both a person, as an architect, and as a teacher. I was part of the original group, I guess I would say, who founded the Community Design Collaborative. I was in one of the kind of leadership roles of the Young Architects Forum in Philadelphia. And uh, through the network of young architects that became involved in that group, it became very clear that there was a groundswell of interest in forming a particular focus on community service and community engagement among young professionals. And so I got to be part of that group, sort of in the room as it happened at the formative stages, and it was a amazing and powerful experience to live, particularly at that formative, I guess you'd say, phase of my professional career. I got to see in that setting a couple of important things. One is how passionate my peers and colleagues were about community service at the time. We'd sort of come out of a decade in the 80s where that didn't seem to get a lot of attention. But it was clear as soon as we started convening the meetings of this group that there was so much excitement and commitment within the community at that time to try to find a way to work collaboratively. That sparked in me this kind of notion that, well, what is the root of this motivation to community service and community engagement, and how is it cultivated? Where does it grow from? And I became convinced over the following years that the experiences you have in your university experience, your professional education, are pretty catalytic with regard to cultivating this ethic of service and engagement as a professional value. And a few years after my collaborative experience began, I had the opportunity to come down here to Auburn. At that time, Auburn already had a reputation through Samuel Mockbee in the Rural Studio for being a place where service learning and design build education was kind of blossoming. When I joined the faculty here, it kind of gave me a chance to put some of the values and experiences I'd gained in Philadelphia with the Community Design Collaborative into practice in the classroom. And I've had, now 24 years of experience embedding service learning into the classroom, and it's been just as powerful a catalyst as I think we would have imagined it to be all those years ago. The other really critical life-shaping kind of lessons for me that came out of the experience of working with the founders to create the Community Design Collaborative was a sense of not just that we had individual responsibilities as architects to serve our community, but also a kind of an awakening to the power that we had when we worked together. I don't think we thought of the community of architects and, of course, landscape architects and engineers and all the other design professionals that came to be involved in the collaborative as the kind of community prior to this that we have now understood since the collaborative came about. It changed the way we thought of ourselves as a group, and that has stuck with me, my whole professional life. The idea that if architects kind of wake up to how much power they have when they work together, they can have tremendous influence and impact for the good in their communities. And I will always be grateful to my peers and colleagues who were part of forming the Community Design Collaborative for that gift, and how what a difference it's made in my professional life.
That was fantastic.